IVF Center. And I'm here for my consultation. I'm here with my dad, who is my cameraman at the moment.
Hi.
I don't have much of a voice, unfortunately, so that's a little inconvenient for doing a consultation. But I do have a list of 14 questions that I'm going to be asking him, and so I kind of feel nervous and excited, and then I also feel a little like, let's just get this over with, because this isn't the process that I want to start. I want to start the actual process of like getting pregnant. So for me, this is sort of like getting excited to hurry up and wait, more or less. So I will share with you guys how the consultation goes afterwards. I'm sure everything will go well. This is an excellent facility from what I've heard. Nothing but great reviews. My husband's not here today because unfortunately he couldn't take the day off, which is why my dad is subbing in. And I can't wait to share with you guys the rest of my journey. So if you have not subscribed to my video, hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on anything. Bye guys.
And cut.
Hi guys, we just finished with my first natural IVF consultation, and it took us like, what, 4 hours? We got there at 1, it took 3 hours and 12 minutes to be exact. And I feel like a combination of emotions personally. I'm glad I brought my dad with me because I would have been more frustrated going through this by myself. It's a little trickier than I thought it would be. They give you so much information.
It was a lot of information.
Yeah. So it's hard to keep track of everything. So one thing I did was I would record everything they were saying on my phone with like the voice recorder on top of taking notes at the same time. And I recommend you guys come prepared with a list. If anyone's ever going through this, have your list of questions, because they give you so much information you'll forget what you meant to ask or what you were thinking in the beginning. One thing that I found to be frustrating is when you talk to different people, whether it's different financial advisors or doctors, you get different advice, and that makes me feel confused. Like, I want to know the same answer all throughout. No matter who I ask, I want it to be the same answer. Anything you want to add to that part?
Well, I think, you know, a lot of it was about the aspiration,
Yeah.
versus removal.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I have hydrosalpinx, which is fluid in my fallopian tubes, and there's all these things you can do. You can choose to remove your tubes, you can choose to clamp them, you can choose to clip them on one end and not the other. You can choose to have the fluid pulled out. And so different doctors are going to have different recommendations, and all of their recommendations come with pros and cons. And all of their recommendations comes with different costs and procedures. And it's just a matter of figuring out what is the right choice for you, and you don't want to make the wrong choice. So I actually thought coming into this consultation that I would feel so much more clear about everything, and now I feel like I have so much more to think about. It's actually, in some senses, I feel more confused about the decisions, but I feel much more clear on the process, like what's going to happen on what day and what we do and how much the medicine costs if you do medicine and all of that. So I have a lot more choices to make than I had to figure out before.
Which on the ride home, we can sort a lot of that out.
Yeah, we'll do some talking. So yeah, the staff here was absolutely wonderful in that they really tried to be as professional as they could be, very pleasant.
Yes.
Any inconveniences they apologized over and over for. They would come back and say, hey, is there anything else you need? Can we help you with this? You know, they supply you with water and tea. They've got 2 waiting rooms on one side of the building, more waiting rooms on the other side of the building, but even then I didn't feel like it was overly crowded or we were being treated like a herd of cows or anything like that. Very individualized care, I would say. If you weren't familiar with some of the terms of infertility, you know, the LH surge or your beta or all that stuff, you wouldn't even need to know it, I don't think, because they were explaining everything so well. I just happen to be someone who knows a lot more about that than I think the average person does, so that was helpful for me. But I would give this appointment great reviews. with the exception of a couple miscommunications, let's say, or getting different answers on something. That would be my only kind of challenge that I'm facing currently. But yeah, that's my after consultation review, or actually just vent more than anything, how I feel and where I'm at with this. Any last words?
Peace out.
Hey guys, so again, excuse my voice. This is like part 3, I think, of my consultation day. And today I learned all of the steps that it's going to take to go through with the natural IVF process. And I feel like I'm a little more frustrated with infertility again. Like the more that we look at all that I have to do, and it's not even as much as the people who are doing conventional IVF have to do. Oh my gosh, they have to do so much more. There's so many more needles and medications and stuff, and my heart goes out to you guys. But I just feel like I'm mad all over again. I'm mad that infertility chose me. I'm mad that like, why do people get pregnant that don't want kids? But people who want kids more than anything don't get pregnant. Like, it's not fair. And I shouldn't say that they don't get pregnant. It's just for a lot of us, it's a lot harder than it should have to be for us to conceive. It's not fair. It's just not fair. So I have every emotion in terms of starting IVF with natural IVF. I feel excited. We're going to start the process soon. I feel pissed off that we have to go this route to conceive. You know, I'm like a healthy person in every way except for in this one. And I feel worried. What if it doesn't work? I feel everything. I feel mad, sad, excited, all those things. And then the financial portion is just kind of like a smack in the face, right? When you have to pay for something you don't even want. I don't want to have to go through this step or these processes or this journey. I don't want to. And it's like my husband's tire recently popped and he had to buy a new tire, and he's like, I don't want to buy a new tire. Like, yeah, but you want your car to work, right? I don't want to have to pay for natural IVF, but I want a baby. And now we have to make all these decisions about, do you do this testing or do you not do this testing? And here are the risk factors, and here's the risk factors of if you don't, and if you do, this is what could happen. And it's like, oh my God, I don't have a medical degree, but I feel like I need a medical degree to make some of these decisions. It's not easy. And I know you guys are going through this too. A lot of you guys are right there with me, and I'm sending you love. I'm here with you, and I know that this is hard and people don't have any idea of what it's like. And by the way, I know that I have it easier than a lot of people do. I mean, we were so blessed. Life IVF in Irvine chose us as winners. So there's a huge portion of this we don't even have to pay for. Like, I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you that we're so fortunate, and it's still hard, even being fortunate, even being given such a great gift. We live, 2 hours away from the center we're going to, and there are people who fly from out of the country to go to the center. The center is number 6 in the entire United States, and it's number 1 for natural IVF in California, which is where I live. So we have advantages, and it's hard. So my heart goes out to people with the disadvantages. We have to make some decisions about what we're going to do with my fallopian tubes. I have a part 2 of my consultation coming up. I spoke to one doctor. I'm going to be getting kind of a second opinion from another doctor. But it's also hard because their opinions are different than each other. I will say that all the love and support that you guys have all given me has been absolutely wonderful. I'm so grateful for that. And my husband and my dad were very active in today's consultation. My husband couldn't go, so my dad did, as many of you guys know. And they both feel really excited about it. But neither of them are the ones that have to be, injected with Lupron and HCG and all that stuff. So I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be excited. I'm trying to not think about the negative. I'm trying to just live in the moment. And I think that's the best thing we can do when we're going through this, is to just remember to take it one day at a time. I started asking my husband, like, oh gosh, what if this day lands on this, and what if it affects this? And he was like, just let's focus on right now. What do we need to worry about right now? Right now we have to sign all this paperwork, which is a lot of paperwork. Okay, and then what's the next step after that? All right, well, when you start your period is when you call the Life IVF Center, and then they set up your cycle starts, you know? So just take it one step at a time. So that's my update to my updates update. All right, guys, stay strong. We can do this. We're super women.